All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a political battle that is, well, it's pretty bizarre. And it's not being fought in stuffy press conferences. Nope. This one's playing out in all caps right on social media. And it all kicked off with one post that had pretty much everyone scratching their heads. Okay, get a load of this. Donald Taco Trump, as many call him, missed the deadline. I mean, just listen to that. You've got the weird nickname, the random quotation marks, the all caps. It sounds exactly like something you'd see on Donald Trump's own Truth Social account, right? But here's the twist. It wasn't. This came directly from the office of the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. Seriously, not a parody account, not a hack. This was an official communication. So yeah, the big question is, what on earth is going on here? Because what might look like just another messy social media feud is actually a really calculated strategy. So in this explainer, we're going to deconstruct this whole new style of political combat. First up, the strategy itself. This is not just some random yelling into the online void. Newsom's team is using a very specific tactic. Basically, they've decided if you want to fight Donald Trump, you've got to talk exactly like Donald Trump. And this slide, it lays out the playbook perfectly. Look at this. Trump's known for his all-caps rants. Newsom's office matches it. Trump loves praising himself in the third person. Newsom's team fires back with posts signed by, and I quote, "your favorite governor." He's even gotten into the nickname game, throwing out Taco Trump and mocking his tiny hands. It is a direct, almost perfect mimicry. Okay, but this whole online trolling thing, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The real fight here isn't about getting likes or retweets. It's about something way bigger, something they keep calling the maps.
So, what in the world are the maps? Well, it all boils down to one word: gerrymandering. You've probably heard of it. It's that super controversial practice of drawing election districts in a way that basically rigs the game for one political party over the other.
So here's the situation. Republican-led states like Texas started redrawing their congressional maps way outside the normal schedule. The goal? To give themselves a big advantage for the upcoming midterm elections. So what does California do? Governor Newsom basically says, okay, two can play at that game. They're threatening to do the exact same thing. Redraw their own maps to heavily favor Democrats, effectively canceling out whatever Texas is doing. It's a real high-stakes game of political chess.
And this quote right here, this really gets to the heart of it. This whole thing is about power, plain and simple. A post from Newsom's office laid it all out. The fight over the maps is a fight for control of the House of Representatives and maybe even the presidency. The online trolling, that's just the megaphone they're using to fight a much deeper political war.
But a strategy this specific and this unusual, it doesn't just pop out of nowhere, right? Someone has to be pulling the levers. Someone who really gets the digital world. So who is the mind behind all this combative messaging?
Yeah, this isn't an accident. It turns out there's a key architect helping the governor lead this whole digital charge.
Meet Camille Zapata. At 29, she's a part of the small team running Newsom's digital strategy. Now get this, her background is in cultural anthropology, and she describes her team as chronically online, totally plugged into pop culture. So she brings a completely different vibe to the table. We're not talking about your old-school press secretary here. This is a whole new breed of political operator.
And what might look like total off-the-cuff chaos online is, well, it's anything but. There's a serious professional operation going on behind the scenes. They track breaking news in daily meetings. They have a crisis plan to get stuff approved super fast. And everything, and I mean everything, even the wildest looking TikTok gets reviewed by lawyers. They're also really careful about tone and know when to pull back during a real crisis. You might call it calculated chaos.
So all of this brings us to the million-dollar question. Is any of this actually working? I mean, beyond just grabbing headlines, is this unconventional strategy having any real impact?
Well, if you measure success by pure engagement, the numbers are kind of staggering. Governor Newsom's TikTok following went from 500,000 to 1.5 million after he started going head-to-head with Trump online. That is a 200% jump. So one thing's for sure, he is absolutely reaching a ton more people.
And really, that's the entire point. The goal here is to connect with younger audiences who basically live on these platforms. Think about it. For a generation that gets its news from a TikTok feed, a formal press release might as well not even exist. This whole strategy is about meeting them where they are, in a language they actually understand.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. What does all of this mean for the bigger picture? For the future of politics?
What we're watching here is a major, calculated shift. It's a move away from that old-school, super careful political speak and a move toward this combative, personality-driven online brawl. It seems Trump didn't just change the tone for his own party, he may have changed the rules of engagement for everyone.
And that leaves us with one last big question. Is this it? Is fighting fire with fire, trolling the trolls, mastering the political clapback, is this the new essential playbook for political communication in the digital age? Well, that's exactly what this experiment out in California seems to be trying to find out.